Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I want to come on here and talk about an article that I seen. Let me see. What were this articles on? Let me see. What was this article on? Because this article, I came across an article and it was talking about how this back here last month when I seen it, and they was talking. I seen where it was talking about how a lot of how the moon would shake the know how the moon would be shaking, and it's going to cause a lot of high rip currents, flooding, things of that nature, and this gonna be in 2030 here. I get to it later because I get to it later, and I what happens is that I repost the link. Um, I seen where this man was talking about, and he was talking about in the news, making this prediction of stating that he didn't state which year. I guess I think he studied astronomy and stuff too. And what happened is that he was talking about how the moon will be shaking and how it's going to cause a lot of flooding and rip currents and stuff like that. And so I thought about it and I said, well, when I thought about the nose, because normally that's when the nose transit. That's when it transits on the nose. You have the eclipses and stuff too. So I thought about it. I said, well, it got to be in the mid to late 2030s, because that's when the South Node go into Pisces and the North Node transit Virgo. When the South Node happened in Pisces, that's about flooding. Pisces deals with flooding. So when the South Node happened in Pisces, so flooding, that's a likely chance flooding can happen. I remember I seen a lot of people making this prediction like not about some years ago. And so I was looking at the transits. I said, okay, you got to be with South Node going to Pisces and the North Node transit Virgo. And when the North Node transits Virgo, that's going to be about reassessing. That's going to be about, because Virgo deals with reassessing. That's like the Six of Pentacles in the tarot, in the tarot deck. That's like about, or that's like the Seven of Pentacles. That's kind of like the Seven of Pentacles. That would be about reassessing. And so I looked at it, reassessing, redrawing, reevaluating, redrawing, replan. I mean planning. And so when I thought about it, I said, yeah, because what's gonna happen is that I did see some theories about this. I mean, I did see some people talk about this a while back. I didn't pay it much attention. Well, it was a long time ago. Actually, it was I was a teenager, which I'm not no teenager now because I'm damn near 30. uh, so what's going on here is that I seen people talking about it as I was coming up, and so I did not know what they really meant by that. But it's like I feel what's gonna happen here is that when a lot of flooding happens, it's gonna cause a lot of maps to be redrawn. It's gonna cause the geographical map to be. It's gonna make some changes to the geographical map. Let's put it like that. The global geographical map, and these changes are going to be long term, because when you think about with flooding, what do you get? What's the result of with a lot of water on land? Erosion, of course, erosion. And then that's not only that, but you got climate change coming down the road too, along with yeah, climate change coming down the road. So some of these continents like Antarctica and stuff, they're not gonna be here. I don't think they're gonna be here much longer. They're gonna end up melting. I feel that's gonna even play a factor to some of these land masses that are present now, that there are recognized and now it's going to end up coming up missing. It's going to be hidden. It's no longer. It's going to disappear through erosion, from flooding, and it's no longer going to be here. some of these land masses, and that's going to cause the geographical maps have to be redrawn. It's what it is. Some people may have to relocate or populate other areas, and some people may have to redraw or unite in other areas. And in some cases, some of these maps have to be is going to have to be redrawn. I mean, the map itself, the geographical map will have to be redrawn. That's why I was talking about Virgo reassessing, because some of these maps gonna, I mean, with this geographical map, it's gonna cause it have to be redrawn because some of these land masses, it's not gonna appear the way it is now. Mm mm. It's not. That's what's coming. Believe it or not, starting in the 2030s going forward, that's what's coming. Some of these land masses that we, as we know it now, it's not going to be here. And I'm not just talking about only just the land masses that are considered ice. I'm talking about the land mass I'm talking about the land masses that are present now, especially like with some of the islands and things of that nature, or part of some of these continents. Maybe they may not be there in the future, which is gonna cause them to have to reassess the map, which is gonna be a process. Is gonna cause the geographical maps to be reassessed, and it's gonna cause it to be redrawn here, meaning that we're gonna have some slight less land mass than what we have now. Is what that is. And those people who was living on those land masses, either they're gonna die out, or either they're gonna have to populate and unite in other areas and unify in other areas. It's what's gonna happen here. That's what's gonna happen here. And I was thinking too, maybe just me. I'm just thinking, well, if that's happening, could it be? I don't think just climate change stuff. I'm just looking at it from another level and another perspective. Could it divinely kind of be a people united together and help attacking this and help attacking what is really going on here? Which I will get, as a state, I will get to more. I will get to about it in another video in the future. But that's just me thinking. That's just me thinking. Um, am I? That's just me thinking. But that's what's gonna take place down the road. The node's gonna end up when the nodes go to North node go to Virgo and the South node go to Pisces in the mid to late 2030s. It's gonna flood. That the moon's gonna shake and it's gonna help cause flood because of the gravitational pull. And once these high risk rip currents happenings and these floodings and things of that nature, then it's going to end up causing some erosion to happen, which will cause some of these land masses to even is gonna cause long term consequences on these land masses, which is gonna cause them to disappear. It's even gonna cause a decline on some of these crops, on some of the foods. It's gonna cause a decline on that, but it definitely gonna cause a decline on these. It's gonna be a slight change in the land mass in the geographical map in terms of land mass, meaning that we're gonna have a slight less amount of land mass than what we have now, what is known or what is recognized now in the published geographical maps and things of that nature, is what's going to take place here. So that's what I want to come on here and talk about, and that's what's gonna happen down the road. Even the transits even backs it up, but that's what's gonna take place down the road. But that's what I want to come on here and talk about. Until next time, peace and blessings.